gates. Shouldn't be too far away now. So it's down the 1600 metre chute, which won't cause any delay whatsoever, which is good. Okay, starter goes to stand. The red light is illuminated. 1600 metres the distance. They're set to go. Race 5 on the card. 6 and 4 to be alive in the quaddie. Gates fly back from the mile. And getting away well was Any Given Time, together with Turf and Around, pushing forward in the early stages Bohemian Lass, and also working forward around the outside Call to War. They were followed next of all by Beyond to Love, followed next of all by the top weight Heaven's Gate, who's on the outside of Valmont. Then came Friar's Luck, who settles down second last, and last of all it's Sir Vatican. So they're in the back straight, 1200 metres to run. Turf and Around shows the way, a neck Call to War running second. They open up a break of a length to Any Given Time, the chestnut, who's getting a beautiful run. Followed next of all by Bohemian Lass likewise. Then came Valmont down on the inside fifth, 3.5 lengths off the leader. Beyond to Love in the clear, just worse than midfield. They were followed next of all by Friar's Luck, the outside, the top weight Heaven's Gate, and last of all it's Sir Vatican. A good dozen lengths covers the field, and it's Turf and Around, the Merrill Haley trained galloper, who takes them onto the side of the course. Running second, Call to War. Any Given Time third, down on the inside, getting a good run. Bohemian Lass was next, being followed by Beyond to Love, who's extricated, and then came down on the inside. It's Valmont, together with the stablemate Friar's Luck. Heaven's Gate extricated to the extreme outside, and last of all it's Sir Vatican. They come into the straight. They straighten up for the run home. The cutaway comes into place. Turf and Around narrowly from Call to War. Bohemian Lass starts to let down, together with the chestnut Any Given Time, and Heaven's Gate down the extreme outside. It's Bohemian Lass together with Heaven's Gate. Bohemian Lass and Heaven's Gate. Heaven's Gate grabs the lead now. Friar's Luck coming through on the inside. It's Heaven's Gate who goes on and wins the top weight. Heaven's Gate gets up a length. Second, Friar's Luck. Third in Bohemian Lass. They were followed by Beyond to Love, who had a pretty tough run. Then came Sir Vatican, followed by Valmont. Any Given Time, knocked up in the run to the line. Turf and Around, and a long last was Call to War. So Heaven's Gate here has got the job done for Jane Hossel and Lisa Staples. Big effort with the 59 on its back. It's run away from these gallopers in convincing style, settled down in the last couple of the field, and Heaven's Gate has produced a brilliant turn of foot. We've seen a couple of gallopers come down the extreme outside today and take care of the rest of the field, and this is another one here. Heaven's Gate for Jane Hossel and Lisa Staples, a 4-year-old Dylan Thomas gelding from Kim Heaven, owned by Jane herself. Number 5 has got second. That's Friar's Luck for Bruce Hyde and Simone Altieri. It was a good run. It was another one that settled rearwards and hit the line strong, but did have a bit more of a checkered run home. Bruce Hyde, Simone Altieri, a 8-year-old Blackfriars gelding from Mill Green, owned by Mrs. Shelley Clements, J. Elias, I and B. Philp, C and Mrs. N. Foster, Miss S. Clements, Mrs. G. Hyde, and Bruce Hyde himself. In third, number 4, Bohemian Lass. Every chance given to the galloper by Brodie Kirby. Just found a couple better than it on the day. A 6-year-old Henny Hughes mare from Music Theatre, owned by Helen Harding. And number 3 has got fourth. That was Beyond to Love. Jeff Eels and Ali Cockram combining there. 1, 5, 4 and 3 are the numbers that you'll need there in race number 5. 1, 5, 4 and 3. The winning